Welcome to How To with Sonora Kelly and our guest star, Dallas Kelly. Today, we're going to talk about how to survive a C-section at home. So this is just a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, obviously. I'm actually a teacher, but these are just things that worked for me, and I want to share this information with you, so hopefully it helps you as you're recovering from your C-section. So the first part of our discussion is going to be our general rules of thumb, things you should just know when it comes to C-section at-home care. So first and foremost, you don't want to do anything that is going to endanger your incision of, for lack of a better way to say this, ripping apart. So a couple of things that you need to avoid is sex, tedious activities such as exercising, and also taking sit-down baths, and that's for several different reasons. Also, you should avoid bending down. I know I felt incredibly handicapped not being able to bend down to retrieve objects that I dropped. So eventually I went to Amazon. I love Amazon, and I purchased what I call the claw. This is it right here. It's long and it has a little handle that allows you to press it so that it will close, and you can pick literally anything off the floor. Last but not least, keep in mind that the heaviest thing or object or person you should be picking up is your newborn. All right, the second thing I want to talk to you guys about is hygiene when you have your C-section. So of course, when you go home, you're going to want to take baths. However, at this time, you can only take showers. If you have a tub shower combo like me and my husband do, make sure you ask for assistance getting in and out of your bathtub, because you don't want to have any accidents that will cause your incision to heal slowly for any type of reason. So the second thing I want to talk to you guys about is going to be how you wash your scar, or your incision, I should say. When I was at the hospital, my nurses informed me to make sure that I don't put soap directly on my incision. So what I did is just when I took showers, I let the water run down. So after I, lathered up and washed my body, I let the water and the soap run down my stomach and kind of wash my incision like that. And then I actually patted it dry after I got out of the shower. One thing I did not mention as of yet is the fact that, of course, you still have to wash your vagina. So I use the Honey Pot. It's the Honey Pot Mommy Wash, and I have been using this even when I was pregnant. And during the time that I was healing from my C-section, I continued to use the Honey Pot. So that is my suggestion to you all. And as soon as you're finished healing from your C-section, you can switch back to your regular wash, but I just made sure that I avoided my incision at all costs. The last part about hygiene when it concerns your C-section is, of course, keeping it dry. So the little tidbit I was told by my nurses is just get a pad. You can use the thick pads. That's what I use. I use the really thick maxi pads, and you fold it in half and you put it right on your incision so that it wicks all the moisture away from your incision, because you want to keep it clean and dry so you don't have any worries about it getting infected or anything like that. And this is what I actually use. Actually, I used the pads from the hospital first, but once I ran out of those free pads, I use these right here. They're the Always Maxi Pads, and they're a size 4. And they look like this, obviously. And like I said, all you do, I'm just going to show this to you guys just in case, you may not understand exactly what I'm talking about. So you just take it out like this, and you fold it in half, just like this. And then you're going to actually put this soft side right here on your incision. Okay? You're going to put it on your incision, and then you just pull your underwear over that. This is probably the most important part. I mean, the hygiene was important. The general rule of thumb, that was important too, but this is really important because it's something that we as women have an issue with, or we can. I don't know about you, I have an issue with it, and that's asking for help. So this part is called assistance please. So as you're taking care of your scar, it's going to be so many things that you cannot do that you could do beforehand, just little things Like, I had an issue with getting inside of the car when we were going home, when we took our baby home. It took us literally like 10 minutes for me just to get in the car because my scar, or I should say my incision, hurt so bad. So remember to reach out to family and friends to help you do things around the house or just general tasks that you do every day. So staying on the topic of helping, I know what gave me peace of mind is having my husband visually inspect my scar on a daily basis just to make sure that the scar was healing properly and that the incision was intact. So don't be afraid to have your husband or your significant other get down there and look at that incision, because if anything is wrong, you need to know immediately. And if you know, you can go ahead and call your obstetrician, or you can go to the ER if need be and get the problem remedied. This last section is called last but not least. So at the hospital, please make sure you ask your nurse very nicely for some pads and some mesh underwear, because you are going to need those when you get home. And also it'll save you a lot of money because you're going to have a period for at least 6 weeks after you leave the hospital. So again, be nice to your nurse, ask her for a little bit of extra, and I'm pretty sure they'll throw it in for you. While you're at home, you may want to go ahead and switch from the pain medicine that was prescribed to you to something that is maybe a little bit more tolerable to your system or less potent, especially if you're breastfeeding. So what I did is I called my doctor and I was able to speak to his nurse, and they said that I could take extra strength Tylenol 2 every I think it's like 4 to 6 hours. Please read the directions to manage my pain, and that is safe for women that's breastfeeding. While you're in the hospital, the nurses and the staff that come in there to help you are going to be godsends. I had help from nurses as well as staff, from everything from, of course, giving me my medicine, explaining concepts to me that I didn't understand about my newborn, just everything, even giving me a shower, helping me with my shower. So I would suggest, before you even leave the hospital, try to bring some sort of gifts with you to give to the nurse and the staff that assist you. If you forget, or whatever the case may be, try to go up there later on and deliver the gifts to maybe one of the nurses that you know, or to someone, so they can give out to the people that assisted you, because nurses, they're just not appreciated enough. And the other staff that serve their time in the hospital, they're not appreciated. So a little bit of love goes a long way. Make sure that you schedule your 5 to 6 week postpartum visit with your obstetrician. During that time, he or she will inspect your incision, make sure everything is healing great, so that gives you peace of mind. And also they will check to make sure that your uterus has shrunk back down to its original size. And most of the time they'll offer you some sort of counseling when it comes to your sorry, that's my son. They'll offer you some sort of counseling when it comes to birth control, and you can opt to either take it or not take it, or whatever the case may be. But make sure that you schedule that appointment. The last note I want to leave you guys off with is congratulations on your bundle of joy. You are a very strong mama for being able to be cut open and having that little baby pulled out, and still been able to take care of him or her when you get home. So again, congratulations, and thank you for watching my video. Please hit like and subscribe, hit the notification button so you can see me more often. Have a great day.